Professionals in My Car. I'm your host, Oscar Montenegro. Today I have Andy Carson from ERA Pointe Realty. Andy, good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for getting in the hot seat.
Sure. Yeah, you bet. My pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Sure.
So let's get right into it. What do you guys specialize in?
Well, I mean, obviously, our company's a real estate company that services Manhattan and the surrounding areas. We are in Junction City and as far east as St. George, and we service the Wamego, and we're also a member of the Topeka MLS as well. So
Okay. And so what does it take, especially, I'm looking around Manhattan and there's just so many realtors and so much business in this arena. What does it take to be uh, a leader in this industry, to set yourself apart from the competition?
um, you have to push, you have to focus on being aggressive and being relevant in the market. Um, you have to do things with the community. You have to be involved in your community. You have to certainly, the biggest key, in my opinion, is you have to be able to network with people that are in your sphere of influence, and you have to focus on that. You have to focus on being relevant in your sphere of influence, and you also have to work on growing your sphere of influence.
What does it take to lead others in this business? Meaning, how do you get other people to execute on the common goals of the organization?
Yeah, certainly. Um, my role with ERA is ERA High Point Realty is, I do a lot of the business growth. I focus on business growth. I focus on what our next strategic move will be, whether we do that organically or whether we expand, or how we're going to expand recruiting as well. And I think to answer your specific question is it takes organization to get people to buy into your policies and how you do that. And I work with our management team with the ERA High Point Realty, and that filters down through to the realtors. And it has to be it has to be explained very clear what the programs and policies and systems are, and the management team has to accentuate that clearly, and they also have to buy in themselves. And by in doing that, when you express the clear common goals of what the company is, and that's very transparent, you want and you expect everyone to understand it and to buy into it.
If we were to duplicate you and take some of the leadership competencies that you have and you use to build this company, how do we duplicate you? What kind of leadership competencies do we need to build in others in order to have more Andy Carsons?
Well, I think that any time somebody wants to be a leader, they have to want to do it first and foremost. They don't have to be the most intelligent person in the company. They don't have to be someone that's just absolutely exceptional. A lot of it is you just have to want to do what you want to do, and you have to be willing to put in the work it takes to do it. And you have to be willing to learn. You have to understand that you can't do it all by yourself. You have to rely on other people that want to help you get to where you're going. You have to rely on them, that they in themselves want to be perceived as being helpful and doing a good job. And so you have to be able to work with those people and put them in key positions where you can grow yourself as a leader. Another key point in what I did is I had key mentors to help me learn how to do what it is that I wanted to do. I had, if there was ever any, I can't tell you how many discussions that I've had with people, bouncing these ideas off of people that have had enormous amount of experience in the business community, that have given me very, very good and sound advice on what to do, and most importantly, what not to do.
Sure.
And then the last component into recreating me as a leader, I guess, is that you just have to get started. You know, you have to understand that you're not going to have 100% of it figured out. You know, it's kind of that old adage, paralysis by analysis.
Sure.
You know, you just have to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I understand that I don't have it 100% figured out, and that there's a learning experience to be had along the way.
Sure.
And that's probably the most valuable piece of it.
Last question for you.
Sure.
What does it take, or I'm sorry, what can people do starting today to get on the path of effective leadership?
They have to get started today. They have to get involved. They have to get involved in anything that they feel passionate about. That can be a not-for-profit organization. That can be a church activity. That can be school activity. But the key to beginning to be an effective leader is get involved in whatever it is that you feel passionate about, and becoming relevant in that organization.
Andy, thank you so much for getting in the hot seat again.
Hey, you're welcome.
Appreciate it. Have a good day. We'll see you soon.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Rick.